That's better now. It's not mute. Yo, how's it going? How you doing, TK? Absolutely love this song. All right, let's talk about Faze, huh? This early day. Just smile back. Oh, gotta wake up. I'm gonna watch Jacob with a bit more in focus, I think. You watch this game live, TK? Oh, on him now. That's the stretch from the pistol round. He's got brain to play with him, so he doesn't have to really fully commit to short. Yo, 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 good morning. Ooh, look at the Mahdi voice. Okay, that's a good timing for the monster smoke and the double swing just before it blooms. That's good. I don't know if I fancy Rain being so close with the USB in the smoke though. Could go really wrong. Yeah. I missed Jacob. I wanted to see that. Okay, that was the timing of the swing was a little bit unlucky for him because he'd been going left and right for about 30 seconds, and then he genuinely did it at the worst fucking like when the moment he actually peaks, it's just three different targets in three different positions. Yo, won the stream. What's going on? It is unfortunate. The amount of time he had like jiggle peaked to try and catch one player. Now the one time he fully swings is three, so target selection is just out the window. That was delay. What do you mean? That was delay. What do you mean? I don't have delay right now. I mean, I have the embedded delay from Twitch, but that's it. If I do this, bam, like 3 seconds. Really unfortunate for him. Oof. No, I meant negative delay. Ah, okay, sorry. Time for my brain to catch up. Yeah, no, I don't have any delay. Yeah, slightly unfortunate on account of Jacob here. To swing with 3 players when he had been micro jiggle peeking for the whole, I don't know, whole piss around pretty much. He had been playing the same position. Hello, Cam. What's going on? You get 1 kill out of it if they can get another one. Oh, okay. Clean from Ecstatic. Yeah, I'll focus a little bit more on Jacob than anything else because I haven't really seen him play yet. Flashes monster for himself. Monster's already smoked. Pretty basic. Cam, thank you for the follow. Just notice now. And that bayonet, feel better, more confident, headshot. Is that how it works? Forgot about it. Yo, Faze are leaving. I was gonna say, Brokey completely alone, only long now. Frozen has to come back at some point to retake information. One streamer, thank you all as well for the follow. You see this rotation from Carrion. This is sort of credits to Ecstatic and how they were playing their map control because they played slowed enough on B that the toilet smoke and a couple flashes here was enough to at least have Carrion consider like, should I actually be on A right now? So they've done a decent job. He's still up there, Heaven. How is Jacob 52 HP? How did he lose HP? I just want to know how he lost HP originally. Ah, okay. Well, okay, he walked into it. Fair enough. So good timing for the resmoke, 44 seconds. Kerrigan should be fully committed to B when the hit happens. Yeah, that's just the case. Oh, they go and retake. Oh. Okay, that's. I'm not saying it's the wrong call, but they're about to be like head first against AKs. I guess he could have maybe swung. Wow, that went down really well. Oh, okay, job done. Here, the key timing you're trying to hit is to bite the T's as they're setting up the execute. Like, and that's a timing that's hit by Kerrigan. Here you can see none of the T's were really ready for that fight, and that's what you're trying to get. You're trying to catch them as they're sort of launching the execute. But that's perfect timing. Oh yeah, job done. In terms of tempo, here Faze were very much in the right. Oh, watch out to that catwalk timing. Exactly. This right here is one of the most frequent avoidable deaths that B player will have to deal with. Is that on one hand you don't want to just ignore short because you're giving free territory and someone could surprise you. But it is, in my mind, also one of the most T-sided duel you can take. Like someone who is short, if they decide to look on either left or right and you're actually where they're pre-aiming, you're dead. You're dead 60-70% of the time. Rezi, thank you for the follow. So here, I've lost teammates like Rain in this position in every single face hit I've ever played on Overpass. So Anlele is catching a quote-unquote free opening kill. And this is super proactive from Faze. See how they're playing their 4v5? They have two moves at the same time. Two moves at the same time in their 4v5. The double construction retake, and at the same time, Broky was holding long for Frozen to push. So it's definitely not a passive 4v5. Now, it feels like Ecstatic are just waiting for that. And I imagine Frozen should die soon. That was a deagle. Good for him. Oh my god. Okay, well, Frozen actually saves Faze in the sequence, because he's a bit fortunate that it's a deagle waiting for him here. Had this been an AK, then we're probably looking at a different round. But what is incredible is how he adjusts and catches the throws by swing. That's round winning. Frozen Info has 10k kills. I didn't even see. You have a good eye. Jacob is gonna die from door. Okay, he wasn't holding the right angle. What's your take on this? If the T's do not go for tunnel control in Overpass, the CTs should know what sites they been execute. The only counter to that is to play default, but the Overpass default position for T's makes so individual based. No, I think a really good team on the T side of Overpass is capable of taking construction control. Oh, first of all, you have to have underground. I guess that's what you're calling tunnel. I think you have to have underground control. And once you do have underground control, then on the T side you have the luxury of pressuring both construction and entrance bathroom. And that's the situation you want to find yourself in. That's the situation you want to find yourself in on the T side of Overpass, is you want to be able to have construction and put B pressure from construction, and have one or two players like either balloons or entrance bathroom. And if you can't do that, then you keep the CTs in the dark. Otherwise, the CTs can very easily just deduct where you are. So that's the challenge of the map control. And here you gotta commend Faze for how proactive they are in their 4v5. Because that 3 versus 3 is uncomfortable as hell. Kerrigan finds a really good timing. If he can survive, then... Oh my god, he re-smoked long. Oh, what? Okay, well, this round is frozen. This round is 95% frozen. 95% frozen. And the amount of time he's wasted for them... Even if he dies here, that's 28 seconds, 2v1 information gathered. This is really not much that Nut can do. He's dead. Like, Kerrigan doesn't even have to take a straight duels. He's got no chance. There you go. This is frozen. 95%, 99%. I feel like smokes are spammed in pro matches way more than perks. Yeah, people will definitely try and get the maximum kills out of smokes, and at least information if they can. Yeah, she already know it. Yeah, she know it. Yeah, she know it. That's monster anti-rush. Smoke immediately, molly down. Oh, that's a Nico round, so I'm gonna pass that fast. I really like demo reviews, by the way. Really entertaining. Thanks for this. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad you appreciate that. I remain a huge fan of Counter-Strike, and I love to be able to understand how results happen, like not just saying, oh well, this player had 25 kills, that's why they won. I like to see like what happened in the rounds. How can you explain that a certain situation went one way or the other? That's what I like to do. That I used to do it when I was working at a desk, so this is the way I found to keep doing what I love. And I'm glad that some people are, oh my, I'm glad that some people still really appreciate that. Alright. Pick up the AWP from Brokey, everything is good, no stress. You're a nerd for details. Well, you're in the right place then. Okay, change of pace. Huge change of pace, huh? Huge change of pace with the AWP as well. Extinguish of the smoke. It's the first time Faze do that. First time in this game that Faze extinguished the smoke catwalk to take construction control. The only risk here for Brokey and Rain, and what I will say can be dangerous, is that they don't have any presence here. Nor did they slow down that part of the map. So technically, with the setup that Ecstatic have, it could be very, very possible for Rain and Brookie to get sandwiched from door and second tunnel at the same time, or second pipe at the same time. Like one flash from TMB here allows these two to fight. Maybe that's what's gonna go down. And now Brookie's holding that. But the sandwich is coming. It will happen. The Rain actually crossed and then in the smoke. Good. It's a very good reaction from TMB here as well. So now, poor Jacob is alone. That's not a really good angle. Boy, this round just went to shit. Like we were watching Jcobbb'S POV, he did not have a say in this round at all. It's just a painfully slow death that's coming his way. Bomb goes A, they contain him. They have no need to give him modules. Would he go up, down? Trying to see what's up now. Oh, they did not give him anything. a bunch of rats. Well, I appreciate that. When you were a professional, were you always demo reviewing other games with your team? No, I used to do that too with my leaders in general. I mean, the coaches would do it way more frequently and way more diligently. But I usually, whatever leader I played with, I would usually watch demos as well, just to try and have my own little opinion about how the other team is playing, and to try and catch some tendencies of whoever was going to play my position. I would generally watch demos as well. Well, for now, Jacob really... By the way, I imagine we just pronounced that Jacob, right? We're not gonna get too fancy. Jacob is fine. He really hasn't had a whole lot of opportunity to show what he can do on the B side. It's been 6 rounds. He's had a pistol round that was a little bit unfortunate, and then he had the one good double kill in the first gun round. Oh, they typed stop, but he didn't stop. Okay. I haven't really seen much out of him. Jacobb. I'll say Jacob for now. Demo crash, we all love it. Oh, my hamstrings are absolutely tense. And we're back. Alright. This matchmaking is such a gift from the heavens. Are they doing a fake round? Did they just say we will do a fake round to see if the connection is improved, no crash? Okay, so no play, fake. I'm kind of confused while I'm watching, chat. I be real with you. It's just a... Okay, this looks like a... This looked like a fake round, okay. When will Kerrigan retire? I don't know. I think I would probably say in the next 12 months, and then he's gonna have so many different options for him. I mean, the man's knowledge is invaluable, so I wouldn't worry about it. Zerel, how you doing? What's good? We're watching Faze, and particularly Jacob. I'm trying to figure out his first game. That flash was a little too short, but okay. I look incredible. Down the road. Oh my god, Jacob, you have to be careful. He's been eating these bullets. Didn't he get like 05? He had a bad stats line. I'm just trying to figure out like where did he come from and like has he made mistakes or trying to get a little bit beyond just the stat. And so far I really don't think he's made many mistakes. The game hasn't really come to him. He wasn't really put in situations where he could have an impact. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. This is his first team, like first tier 1 team. So now the timing of Faze is off by like 5 or 10 seconds. But the move is good. This is a very classic overpass move. When you're in doubt about what's happening, to send a little like assassin squad here. Retaking bathroom this way allows you to clear for sure the A side. That's why you see Kerrigan in his rotation. That's the explanation. Like this position is explained by that. Kerrigan is explained by this. It's just a tad late, and they won't be able to be 4 on the B side when the execute happens, I think. But the move is good. Well, actually, the timing isn't that bad. The timing isn't that bad because they're doing a good job at slowing them down. Oh yeah, perfect, perfect. I was worried that Ecstatic would launch the execute a little too early, but the timing was actually perfect. And Jcobbb's Molotov did a tremendous amount of work. You can see how the T's have to cross the Molotov to fight. And so they have to be a little bit precipitated in what they're doing. They have to be a little hasty about their attack, because the Molotov comes down at 26 seconds. It's really, really good utility management. Have the luxury of Molotoving or throwing a Molotov at 27 seconds when they're coming B is a dream come true. So good utility management from the B side of Faze and Jacob. Unfortunately for Jacob and his stats line, he did not actually see much. Like he just called the last monster player. This was a catwalk based execute. So no stats padding for him. What is that? Okay, that's a failed smoke. For half a second, I was thinking, did I just not know this smoke or something? Oh, this is dangerous. Now, this is super dangerous. This is the one danger about not having direct line. Oh, this timing is terrible. Oh my god, this timing is terrible. Okay, this is genuinely unfortunate. You'll notice how it is true. Faze don't actually have a direct line of sight to catwalk, so they don't see the space being taken. But what is really unfortunate is that the second. Okay, so here's the logic about overpass. Okay, the logic about overpass is that for as long as you have one player who keeps track of this, which is what Kerrigan is doing, for as long as you have a player keeping track of this area, you do not need to have a line of sight like that. That's the theory. And the theory is, as long as this is covered, you don't need anybody looking directly at catwalk, which means you're not going to give the T's the duels that I was talking about. Okay, so the theory here is followed. The problem here, and what is incredibly unfortunate for Faze and for Jacob, is that the literal second Kerrigan pulls out a flash, and he probably wanted them to clear monster after the smoke, since the smoke was missed. The second he pulls out his flash, boom, here comes the execute. Like here comes the pack. And now Jacob is completely caught off guard, because this isn't supposed to happen so easily. In the setup that they've built, no T's is supposed to be able to do this so fast. And now you can see how he's... Also, is this Kerrigan's flash? Is this Kerrigan's flash he's eating? Or is it Christus flash? Oh, this is one flash, two flash. Who threw that flash? Baron and David, thank you very much for the follow. Did Kerrigan throw 2 flashes? No, so it wasn't Kerrigan's flash. I just need to understand, like... I still wonder if this isn't Kerrigan's flash. I'm not sure whose flash that is, but Jacob could not. Yeah, Marsky, we agreed, right? I've been rewatching this. I'm gonna rewatch it in like slow-mo. I need to figure out who flashed him. Wasn't that the flash that bounced off the train? Let's see. I just need to figure out like how this poor man got completely blinded to oblivion. Damn it, I missed it again. It's like trying to solve a puzzle here. Oh my god, this is Rain's flash. This is Rain's flash. We found it. This is Rain's flash. We found it. We found it. I knew there had to be a reason. I didn't understand the timing of the flash. I knew there had to be a reason. Look, we'll find it. We found the culprit. And here we go. That's the one. This is the one, chat. This is the one. Look, he's gonna turn and bam, Rain flash. So now, the point is not to say like, oh my god, it's Rain's fault. Fuck this. Like, absolutely not. It's just I could not understand how Jacob was flashed this bad, this late in the execute. So now this is just a missed opportunity for team play here. And this is how Jacob dies when he has his first real execute coming over. No, exactly, Polda. We agree. Like, obviously, you'd never, ever, ever want this situation to happen. So, whether it's Jacob who didn't hear the communication or Rain who didn't communicate it, I don't know. We don't have the team speak. We don't have the voice. But it is. There's two reasons. There's two reasons why Faze lose this round. It's Kerrigan's unfortunate timing, picking up his flash when the execute is starting, when the contact play is being made from catwalk, from short. That's factor number one. And factor number two is Rain massive team flash on Jacob, who does not see anything. Yeah, Marcy, that's exactly that. It's like panic reaction, you know? I mean, panic. Use it with a pinch of salt, but it's quote-unquote panic reaction. And that's really unfortunate. Will we continue with 13-0 Dasu as well? Yeah, we'll watch the whole best of 3. We'll watch the whole game. Is there a chance Rain missed through that? No, I think this was meant to be. I think this was meant to be because they probably weren't sure how many T's were scaling from here. Like, this is a pretty common path for T's to scale. So Rain flashing here gives him the chance to fight there while flashing this area. So I think it is on purpose. Because if you flash here in the slope, then you can fight this angle without being in danger from there. Technically. So no, I don't believe this is a misflash. I could be wrong. I don't believe it's a misflash. I just want to say that I miss you on the desk and I hope to see you back again one day. Well, thank you, Marsky. I miss the desk and I hope to be back one day. I appreciate the kind words. I do. Okay, good trade. I was going to say this is crazy that Ellen is allowed to cross the smoke like that, but good trade from Jacob. Okay, job done. Look at this. That's another very good round on the B side. That's another very good round from Jacob. He gets the trade. And now he just spotted him. He just spotted him. Ah, look at that. How beautiful Counter-Strike is. He's gonna swing back in like a second or two. And there you go. Just caught the glimpse of it. Obviously, TMB is probably... I imagine TMB is completely oblivious to that. Yeah, he's got no idea. And dead. Nothing he can do. peak is too fast and the pre-aim is too good. Same, the desk and especially ESL skits are not the same without Maniac. Well, I hope my pre-value isn't missed only in skits, but thank you, Baron. Thank you. I hope one day I can make my way back, but it's gonna be a... It won't be an easy one. Gotta stay hopeful. Salut, Skyblue, ça va ou quoi? I'm sorry, I'm just watching this game so far, and I see the scoreline. I know the stats line from Jacob isn't incredible, but I gotta say, I don't think he's been playing very poorly. Is anchoring B a hard role in all the passing problem? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it's a hard role. Yes. Yes, it is. Could you make your way back through tier 2 tournaments, maybe? Yeah, maybe. In fact, I messaged, I don't know the correct pronunciation. I messaged, Fisher, the Belgrade tournament. I messaged them on Twitter and I said I was really interested in working the event if they wanted to. I have not heard back. So maybe I'm still getting the cold shoulder. But yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't mind at all starting like having to earn a way back from lower tournaments. Yeah. Fisher. I actually wasn't sure how to pronounce that even in English, you know. It's not that my English is trash, I just the term, I didn't know how to say the term in English. Fissure, it was in French. Be a commentator for Senza games. What's Senza games? What's Senza? I don't even know. Oh no. So now that's a different flavor. Now this is a really different flavor from Ecstatic. To have this little sneak play into banana, I guarantee you, no one in Faze is ready for that. Yeah, he missed the timing already. Oh no, he didn't. He's gonna catch one. Okay, he saw them. Thank God for Brokey. And now Kerrigan is gonna react to this. Oh, it could have gone so poorly for Faze. I am from Jura. Hey, this could have gone terribly wrong for Faze if it wasn't for Brokey's quick information play. Senza is a tier 2 team that's been going viral. They are super suspicious in the case. Ah, okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I guess it's one way to be viral, right? I've never been interested in getting viral until I did. For extremely unfortunate reasons. Right, Jacob didn't have much to do here. Props to Brokey and Kerrigan. Ooh, okay. I think they know it's a eco round or like low buy because it's pretty rare to see CTs just white swing like that, monster. Come on, Brokey. Make the money. Make that money. Oh. Is Brokey back? Face cook him. Well, I'll have a better opinion after I finish watching this best of 3. I will also add, since we are focusing on Jacob right now, I will also add that the poor Jacob did not see a single eco round his entire half. Jacob did not see did not get any free kill this entire half. Just not. Just not. Did you guys, if you guys watched this game, what did you think of Faze? Dans Motorsport. Eco farming is how goats are made. Well, now I know that the rating 3.0 is supposed to take that into consideration, which is a good thing. But yeah, back in the days, of course, man, farming eco was also what would put your rating through the roof. First game after 10 pracs, as Kerrigan said, so it's difficult to judge them. Okay. It's a pretty level-headed take. How is Rain dead? How is... Oh! Okay. it's a little bit surprising to see Jacob being so far away. See, now Jacob was about to change his position to come help Rain. I was going to say it is strange to see Rain completely isolated here, and that's a free kill. That is a free kill from on the side of the T. That's exactly what you're hoping for. You're hoping to catch. Ooh, ooh. Is that a double nade? Is that double nade he ate or just one? Ow! That's one grenade. That's one grenade. But I'm not sure that I'm a fan of Jacob and Rain's setup here. Oh my god, he got double naded. He didn't see anyone. Props to Ecstatic though. Props to Ecstatic. This round is 90% utility based. Ooh. This round was 90% utility based from Ecstatic. It's the great pop flash to clear Rain out of construction, then double grenade to kill Jcobbb'S. Okay, okay. I don't think Faze played a poor CT side. Losing the pistol round is always going to skew a little bit your half in general. The nades were really nasty. Yeah, they were nasty as hell. Ton dossier tout en haut de la pile. Beauté assassine. What do I think? Gulem, thank you for the follow. Hey, just so we do like a quick aparté for the CT side of Jacob. What did we see? We saw a pistol round where his timing was slightly unfortunate and he got triple peaked. I think there was a little bit of luck in there because he had been jiggle peeking for a minute. So we saw the pistol round didn't go his way. It was a little sad. We saw two good rounds, two multi kills from him. We saw the team flash from Rain, getting double naded, left alone in 1v5, no eco kills. I would be tempted to say that this is not. He's not exactly well paid for what he's done this city side. He hasn't seen any eco rounds. The one time they actually fully execute on B, he gets team flashed. Then they had the what's it called? Say antepenultimum. The round before the last one, I think they don't have a good setup. They don't have a good setup with Rain, so they're isolated. Overall, I really did not see him fail too much. So Gulem, Densho, and Hopping Around, thank you very much for the follow. Long time no see. Hey, Fino, what's going on? Yeah, I don't think he's really well paid for his city side. I'm not saying he was stellar, but he wasn't really given anything on the city side. So they use him as the first point of contact in the pistol round too. Overpass was a surprise for him also. Well, you mean in terms of maps being played? Is that what you mean? Did he not play that map so much in the past? Okay, I trust you on that. I'm not aware of his map pool prior to being in Faze. I did not research that. He's supposed to be hard entry on the T side. If he's going roll for roll, then it will depend on what positions of the map control are being played, but we will see. I guess Elish sometimes was tip of the spear, sometimes was just handling his own little position, so I wouldn't call him like a hard entry, unless they've shuffled around rolls on the T side again. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice. His old team permaban Inferno and rarely played overpass. Okay. Well, I think entries entries rely more on their teammates than what we make them to be. And what I mean by that is, as an entry fragger, you are obviously, yes, there's a huge element of skill because you're going to take a bunch of duels. Some of them are going to be 50-50 and you have to make the difference. That's true. However, there's a huge element of like how good the protocol is, how good the execute is, how good the timing is from your leader. Yeah, you have to, as an entry, you're gonna have a much easier job if the protocol, like the attacking protocol of your team, is tight and optimized, and the call from your leader is great as well. If you're just being sent like a fucking piece of ham with subpar flashes, bro, you're gonna get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked. It's as simple as that. So really good entries will make the most out of the situation, but the situation, aka how good the call is, how good the timing is, how good the utilities are, that will definitely impact your output as an entry fragger. It's not a role that's in full isolation. It's a role that is also very much dependent on like the quality of team play and execute. So Jacob, what are you doing? Let's see. You see here, he's very much Elige-esque type position, which is extremity, responsible of his part of the map. I personally like IGLs the most. It's a really great. It's a good role, but it can be also very what's the word I'm looking for? Cruel in a way. Was it just a bathroom smoke? It can be cruel. Okay, so now Kerrigan feels like they've done enough stress on the A side to warrant a return to B. Oh yes, it is taxing. Oh my god, supremely taxing. Absolutely. Okay, so judging by the overview right now, I can tell you Kerrigan did not get to the point where he wanted to be. Kerrigan was hoping that they had done enough shenanigans around here to warrant a 2-2 setup. But unfortunately for him, that's not the case. Unless it stays alone on the A side, you have the triple B setup, so this could go wrong. They still have a lot of util. Like they have a lot of utility, yeah. But I feel like they're just going out fresh. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna rewatch this. Hey, this could have gone really wrong. I was surprised Faze did not use like a Molotov Toxic or whatever. They went it relatively dry. This could have gone wrong. You're an IGL for your team, and it sucks right now, and it feels like it's a lot my fault. Oh, look, I mean, I haven't seen you play, I haven't seen your team play, but you should be careful about like taking everybody else's fault on your shoulders, right? I mean, what you need to do is you need to be able to separate like what is it that you can do better, and what is it that they have to do better, and they being your teammates. It's not it's not even healthy for your team. Like let's go a step further. I'm not saying that just so I can protect your ego. Like this isn't what it is about. But it's not productive and constructive for your team if you actually take everything on your shoulders, because then you're you're taking away from them the possibility of getting better. If you just say like, "Hey guys, listen, no, it's all my fault. Don't worry, it's all my fault. I'm a bad leader right now. Don't you worry, guys. It's all me." Then you're taking away their chance to improve. So like having accountability, like what can people do better in a team, is super healthy. I know as a leader you have to you bear the responsibility of more than your teammates. I know it's part of the job, but you also have to allow them to own up to their mistakes and like uh, formulate plans on how they can improve in different parts of the game, different departments of the game. If you just say no, guys, it's all me, it's all me, it's all me, then what's the next logical step is that they're perfect, and if they're perfect, they have nothing to do better. So you have to be able to balance that as a leader, and you have to be able to in a constructive and respectful way hold your players accountable for their shortcomings and what they have to do better. Are coaches the best at distributing blame fairly? Well, I wouldn't know if they are the best, but as a coach, if you're doing your job right, you have slightly more distance, uh, and you have a different perspective on what's happening in your team, and hopefully you're not as emotionally connected to what's happening, so you can retain a bit of a fairer perspective, and then you can pass that knowledge onto your leader, your players, because you see them from a different point of view, right? I think this is one of the job of a coach, is to be able to retain a slightly further perspective on what's happening. Hopping around, if you need a coach to help you for that, I'm available. Well, this is an anti-eco round. Let's see if Jacob will actually kill some anti-eco. Does he get anti-eco frag? Or eco frags? He has, I don't think he's seen any this game. There's nobody home here. Come on, get some eco kills. I want it for you. Yay! Let's go. He got one. He got two. Okay, that's it. I will not complain about it anymore. He got two. He got two eco kills. He's got the little stats bump. It happened. What do you mean it would just be embarrassing? You kidding me? Being willing to improve, no matter the level you're starting at, is not embarrassing. It's never gonna be embarrassing. And I'm coaching some people who are level 3 and 4 and 5 and face it, and I have absolutely no problem with that, because being willing to improve, no matter the starting level, if you look at it in an embarrassing way, you're just being a douche. How can I mock someone who actually wants to get better? Absolutely not. No. So, A, map control. Deny the Molotov. Bastion, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, hoping around. Welcome. This is what you get. This is usually what you get on my stream. Now that's got a different flavor to what Faze were doing. I thought they were about to just go into a straight long contact, but look at, oh my god, look at this rotation. What in the name of God is justifying this? Now this, I gotta be real. I don't really know what warranted this rotation, but it is extremely, extremely well thought out from Ecstatic. I don't really know what warrants it. Like to decide to leave just one player defensive on B like that in a 5v4. Yeah, but it's a 5v4 gamble. It's like, but okay, so super interesting. This round actually has some depth to it, so we have to talk about it. Ecstatic have this super gamble, so they double rotate to A. They end up in 4-1. Okay. If you rotate 4A and 1B, and you do nothing with it, if you do nothing with it, but there's a deeper layer to it. If you rotate 4A and you do nothing about it, like you just stay, let's just say 1, 1, 1, 1, then you are absolutely opening yourself up to the possibility that Faze would go back to B, execute B, have a 4v1 on the B side here, and then suddenly you would have to play a retake. So you can't do that. You cannot do that. You're not allowed to do that. The only way you can justify rotating 4A is if very quickly you use that number to retake deeper information, and that's what they're doing here. You understand? You have to use the numbers that you have here as a security to push. And now they send TMB and Sierra to retake information. No, the one player on B cannot die at this point in time. While this move is happening, this player cannot die. Because if this player dies, then suddenly you have lost all the territory on B. So it's now a race against time, and it's a race against time that Faze is losing. Because boom, there you go. This is exactly exactly what Ecstatic were hoping for. They were hoping to use their scouting squad here. They've cleared the whole banana. They know it's not A. So now they're actually crunching onto the B attack. And then there we go. They catch them off guard. Well, that depends, Marcy. It's not a 100% universal rule, but there are some moments in which you need to be aggressive and go for info, and there are some moments in which you just need to play the time and survive. Specifically, if your teammates are doing an aggressive move somewhere else on the map and they're about to win you the round in the next 10 seconds, then yes, you cannot die. Yeah, exactly. Like, there are moments in which you have to be aggressive. Yes. If they are doing a 4-1 aggressive push on the A side, then Nut cannot die on B. That's fair. Absolutely, he cannot die. Because then it nullifies the move. Because then you trigger the push from the T's, and then it nullifies the move, and you lose your timing. But this genuinely was an extremely ambitious move from the CTs. But what they've done with it after the fact was great. What they've done with it, like the push they've put together into bathroom, double squad into door. Yes, exactly. One streamer that you've put it in the right way, right? If well, now it's shit because the map is full of players. But again, we were talking about a 4-1 A setup, 4-1 B setup. Now imagine as the two CTs are pushing into bathroom. Imagine that Nut says, actually, I'm gonna retake catwalk now. I wonder what's happening. I'm gonna retake catwalk. Now, what would happen then is Nut would retake catwalk. He would die here, and this death would very likely trigger the rush from the T's. And now you would find yourself in a situation where the T's rush from catwalk and monster, and then your A players are still somewhere here in bathroom, and now their timing is just their timing is shit because now they can push behind, but by the time they arrive here, Faze would have already taken position of this. Someone would be covering a short, and the timing is done. So if Nut had pushed here and died, he could have very likely triggered an early aggression from Faze, which would have meant his teammates here had no timing. When he knows this move is happening, he has to stay alive. Because if everything goes according to plan, time will play in Ecstatic's favor. Yeah, a move, a play. By the way, do you guys hear the music, or am I just looking like I'm dancing to silence? I never know. Move, a play. Yeah, okay, we're good. I was just wondering. I'm setting up my OBS. Dance party. That's my generation. That's my generation. Maybe 10% too loud. Wait, we can absolutely fix that. We can fix that. Thank you for the feedback. There we go. We are lower. Thank you for the feedback. Jacob got everything that Faze can offer in one best of 3. Yeah, this is a full, like full on buffet experience. There we go. Thank you. See the feedback. The feedback is welcome. Fix that. Ooh, this timing from Faze is strong. This is strong timing. This is a fully committed 2v1. Hopping around, that was me. I played inverted. Yo, okay, now I have to take Jacob's defense here. What the fuck was that death? Jacob ate Frozen's bullet through him. Okay, if we want, oh, wait, that was me. Yes, I was playing inverted almost my whole career. If we want to be a little, if we want to be nitpicky here, if you want to be nitpicky here, Jacob has no business positioning himself slowly behind Frozen as the duel started. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. It's not just unfortunate. When he sees Frozen start to fire from there, Jacob has no business slow peeking behind him. He should have, if he wanted to cross behind Frozen, this should have been a white swing. You can do, I'll do it in slow mo. You will really see like he genuinely just walks behind him. You can say he's unfortunate because he gets Frozen's headshot, and that is true. But you still had no business walking behind Frozen when he's in a duel. This is your fault. You had it coming. If you're on the T side, guys, and someone in front of you, your entry, like your contextual entry, is getting into a duel, and you walk behind him to help him, you deserve to die as well. You have to separate yourself to avoid the double kill, so you have to white swing, or you retreat from the duel. It's either or, but you're not going to. Well, Frozen could. uh, I'm not saying that Frozen could not have done something different. I'm saying that based on what Frozen did, then you have to go wide. Like it's one of the two, okay? If you have a dual squad who's going for kills, you can do it one of two ways. You can do a very specific jiggle peek, which is what Frozen did here because he specifically wanted to fight the small angle on toxic barrels on B, right? So you can do the first one has a mini peek, and then the second one is going wide. Or you can do the first one goes really wide because he wants to scan for information, and the second one is adjusting adjusting the peak according to the information. You can do one or two, but you can't do both the same. Exactly. Like if you are playing the trade game with your teammate in front of you, then you have to react to what he's doing accordingly. Exactly. So if I'm the trade guy and I see my teammate in front of me do jiggle, then I have to go wide. If I see my first guy just going wide, then I can follow him and create that little. You see, what you want to avoid is ever being. You want to avoid this. This doesn't work. You get double killed. So whatever your first point of entry, and usually it is something that you've agreed upon, right? It's something that you have rehearsed, or at least you discussed it. If your first point of entry is doing a jiggle, you go wide. If your first entry goes wide, you trade halfway, and so you never end up in the line. That's how it works. Yeah, I know, Marsky. It is a complicated angle. That's why a lot of people do this like jump out of monster, using the tunnel, so you can actually take a lot more space. And Sierra had a game. Resolute, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, no, right now I'm in Europe. Right now I'm in Europe. I'm at my parents' place. That's why the time does not make sense for you. Spending the summer here. I call that little jump the Poland jump. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That's just a fully corral. All right, now it's money time. Now it is money time. You've lost 4 rounds in a row. If you phase, you have to have some semblance of plan or adjustment you're gonna do. Is Nutnut the next Danish talent? I don't know. Give me a second, guys. I just need to listen to a message. Give me half a sec. And we're back. Mm-hmm. I started thinking about Counter-Strike differently when I'm watching NIP play during their prime. Oh yeah, well, okay. One streamer, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. You have to. There are some fundamentals that you can keep from that period, but you have to be open-minded to the fact that Counter-Strike has changed massively, right? Some fundamentals just aren't the same anymore. Will there ever be a podcast with Thorin again? I would be open to it. I saw he started doing the Counterpoint series with Pimp again. To be fair, I did not go to him, so it's not Duncan's fault that he started with a different host to do the Counterpoint. I did not go to him. Like I shut like I went zero contact with a lot of people for a very long time, so it's not his fault. Do you think it was a good move to get Jacob and bench Elige? From a Counter Strike perspective, it makes little sense. It makes very little sense from a Counter Strike perspective. Now, whatever was going on beyond just playing CS, I can't comment on that because I don't have the knowledge necessary. But it's not. I don't think it's a decision that really makes sense purely based on Counter Strike. I can't really see it. Like Elige still was one of the best, highest performing player in Faze. Now I will never be against picking up like promising talent. I think this is how teams get sustainable over time. But yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, this is unfortunate. Look, guys, Counter Strike in all its cruelty. Do you know why Jacob dies? He dies because of the micro movement. It is unfortunate, but that's just exactly what happened. DPSBB, thank you very much. And Kiko, thank you for the follow. Look, I will show you precisely. Like he's holding, and then now. He exactly now, he's starting to take a mini step. And as a result, his cross replacement is wrong. It is crazy. Look, he had the right look. We're getting into detail now, but I like that. Now, look, keep in mind where he's aiming now. Okay, keep in mind where he's aiming right now. Keep in mind where he's aiming, and now look at where the head from Sierra is going. Yep, exactly there. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. He had Sally Ray Savokwa. He had the perfect cross replacement, and then he did a mini jiggle, and now he had to adjust. You can see the adjustment is a panic one. I mean, it's a panic one. It's a little bit too quick, and then he messes up the spray. But he had the right cross replacement earlier. Well, in general, you never want to be stationary if you're holding in a position that is easily predictable and diligently cleared. If you are in a position that is relatively mundane and known and usual, that you want to be doing AD because what you want to avoid is if it's you being in that position and someone just going straight for you and killing you. I mean, sometimes you can be stationary if you're really going to blindside someone or you have a strong off angle, but you don't ever want to be stationary when someone is about to clear you like decidedly. I think that's the rule. If you think you have a really surprising position and nobody's going to really looking at you, then you can be stationary. You can take your time. It's going to be fine. But if you think this is going to be a 50-50 duel and he knows I'm here, I know he's there, and we're about to fight, then you want to be moving. Morpheus, thank you very much for the follow. I think this death now is a bit more on Jcobbb'S. I can blame him, quote unquote. I can blame him for this death a bit more than the rest. I think he's more accountable for this one than what I've seen so far. Oh my god. How does he get the last kid? I barely see anything with the model. I don't even... Does he not see the model the way I do? Why is he holding like that with the model? Like, guys, am I missing something? Does he have like a different option and the ragdoll is not here? Because it doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I don't see anything. I don't even... On my monitor, it doesn't even make sense to hold the way he's holding. Oh, this is a demo bug. Okay. It's a demo bug. Look, the ragdoll is different now. Okay, okay, okay. That makes sense. I prefer that. I prefer that. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, now that makes sense. Because I was about to say, the first time I watched this POV, I was thinking, how? What is he seeing? What is he seeing? Like, what kind of magic is that? It is grimy. Does Peeker's advantage play a role in stationary versus jiggling? Yes, yes. It's CS2 is way more... CS2 favors movement and counter-strafe way more than CSGO used to do. Yes, absolutely. There's no doubt. One streamer, I don't feel qualified to give you an actual genuine like. Oh, well, that was a little bit ugly. I can't. Someone in the chat might be able to answer you better than I can. Guten Morgen, Tommy. Wie geht's dir? Es geht mir sehr, sehr gut. Hab gut geschlafen. Mal Frühstück. Okay, this is a bit of a fail. I don't think he hits him at all. I don't think he hit him one bullet. Oh, flash pop. Comes out. Oh, that's a fail. That's a fail. Ich war beim Bäcker, ich war gestern schon 7 abends eingepennt. Dann hast du schon genug geschlafen, ja? Also 7 bis 4? Das ist voll okay. Also Moment, das sind 9 Stunden Schlaf. Das ist perfekt. Ah, das ist perfekt. I didn't realize. Oh, I'm in the live song right now. That's what happened. Yeah, I have lots of bangers. I'm just a little bit iffy about because I have explicit songs on my Spotify, and I don't want to fuck with that. Like I don't want like terms of use and all that. I have some explicit songs because I do like to listen to like hip hop and rap and all. Ooh, I'm terribly into that. But like explicit songs, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna stay away from that. I'm just gonna, nope, nope, absolutely not. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So, I mean, I swear to God, it's just like I'm thinking, I, wait, 7 plus 4, 11 hours. No, tell me, if you went to bed at 7 and you woke up at 4 o'clock, you've slept 9 hours. I'm sorry. That's 5, and then plus 4. That's 9 hours. I don't want to go against you. You've slept 9 hours. You've slept 9 hours. So now this is an incredibly strong 3v3 from Faze. No, scratch that. I thought they were full gunned up. No, they are not full gunned up. They only have 1 AK, so. Love Rogue, thank you very much for the follow. I love the patience from Mandela. I love the patience. I love the patience. His timing becomes increasingly stronger as time passes in the post-plan situation. And no one is even considering him right now. There we go. The patience he had in the flank here is the reason why he gets this free kill. Baku! Thank you for the follow, brother. To be fair to FaZe, they did have 2 deagles and an AK with 0 utility post-plant, so it was not an easy clutch. It's okay, Tommy. It's okay. We're not gonna judge you here. You can be a little dozy. It's fine. Are you gonna watch Inferno? I'm gonna watch everything. But as long as you guys stick around and we have a good time, I'm gonna watch everything. Yeah, we'll watch everything. I mean, Duster's gonna be fast. I know they have. I mean, this city side has been incredibly one-sided forward. The last round we've just watched was the closest phase guy even. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll focus on Frozen for Dust 2. I think this makes more sense. Askman, thank you for the follow. I will say Jacob did not... I'll just watch this round and then we'll talk about it. I have a feeling that Jacob's trade potential on the T side this game was subpar. It's not the first time now that I see him trying to trade someone and he misses it, so that's problematic. If you're not gonna go in first, then your trade game has to be... Who are they playing though? What, now? I mean, this is Ecstatic. I mean, I think Jacob's trade game is a little bit insufficient this game. I don't mind going in second. You just have to find the trade. Like now this is supposed to be a trade for him. That's... Yeah, he's done twice. It's been twice now that he had the chance to trade someone and he missed it, and this is something he can be criticized over a little more, I think. Is trading more of timing and spacing than it is dueling? It's both. Trading is definitely an element of aim to it, but you also have to obviously position yourself correctly. But it's just the trading role is incredibly important, and this is why usually you want your like really good players to be in trading positions, because then you get to play the clutch. Yes, usually you should have a certain advantage if you're trading. Do you agree with Kerrigan's tweet towards Jacob about his performance? It's just to make you de-stress. I did not see the tweet. No, Baron, we're gonna be focused on Frozen. I didn't see it, Ray, but I can imagine Kerrigan would be doing that also to help his new position on map 1, 2 map Frozen still low, the kills, 3rd map, your permaban is in previous team. Some might say with 10 pracs with us, that's the worst case scenario for you, debut. Don't worry, bro. Okay, I'll just share with you like unfiltered what I feel like. Unfiltered, I think from Kerrigan to Jacob, that tweet has no value, like from one individual to the other. To me, this is just image control. And let's be real, you have to do some image control when you are playing in teams that have such a huge fan base and are so prevalent online. I don't know, G2, Faze, Vitality. Like you have to do a little bit of uh, sort of brand management, brand management ish. But I hope from from human to human, I would much rather Kerrigan actually go to Jacob and have this conversation one to one and say, bro, it's okay. Like I think you did all right. I understand the conditions were tough. I'm okay with what you did. We're good. Let's keep working together. Like this actually has value human to human. Now this tweet is not meant for Jacob to feel better. This tweet is brand management. It's community management. That's what it is. And I'm not saying that to criticize. I understand why they would do it. You also have to manage a fan base that has expectations, and Kerrigan probably doesn't want to have a horde of angry fans going at Jacob right now, because then that would influence his player then. So by doing this, he's indirectly protecting his player, because he's trying to make sure the fans don't go after his new player, who would then probably have some difficulty handling that. So he's protecting him indirectly by doing that. And that's something. We were talking about Kerrigan's tweet around Jcobbb's performance in the best of 3. There's not much he can do here. There's not much he can do. That if Anlele has the right timing, which he does, this is one of these incredibly unfavorable angle. I can give it to you. Someone posted it. Well, I will say the CT side from Jacob. I disregarding the stats line, okay? Disregarding the stats line, I'm not even opening the tab. I don't give a shit. I think the CT side he did a better job, and he wasn't exactly repaid for all his efforts. I really wouldn't say he was paid for his efforts fairly on the CT side when it comes to Jacob. T side was different. T side was a different ballgame. He felt a little bit more lost. A few trading opportunities that he missed. He died to the flank in bathroom, which was a very, very tough flank to die to. I would be a bit harsher on the T side of Jacob than the CT side. The T side was a little worse, and we're going to have to keep an eye on it probably for the future, because there's more room for criticism and a harsher judgment on the T side of an overpass for him individually than it was the CT side. I think the CT side, he just really wasn't paid fairly for his efforts. Genuinely. Look, this behavior is old as time. You've always had fucking incapable people who've never played football a day in their life sitting in the stadium talking about how Messi or Ronaldo should have done a pass to the left or to the right. It's old as time. It will always happen. What does that mean with third permaban in previous team? That means that the third map they played against Ecstatic used to be the permaban of Jcobbb'S previous team. Exactly. That's exactly that. All right, listen. For this one, we're gonna focus on Frozen a little bit more and see how he got to this 21-3 crazy scoreline. Let's do it a little bit more lighthearted. Let's watch Frozen. Let's have some fun. What? I don't even see him on target. Yo, he's not on target. I'm sorry. He's not even on target when he gets that headshot. Nah, you're not slow, brother. You're good. Don't you worry. Oh. That one was clean, though. He spots the information. Like Barcelona 2018. Oh, the third one was really nasty, yeah. It was as clean as it gets. Well, that smoke is not the same way I do it, so where does it go? Come on, throw it, brother. Ah. Nice. That's what happens. Yeah, that's the one that is on the door. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. Oh, that song. Why does he go straight in my feels? That's really because it's you asking, Tommy. I don't know, Daddy. Where is she? I don't know, Haley. Go play. See, corner here. Boom. See how he lines it up? Up. And then this little thingy to the right. Hey, we're back. We're talking Dust 2. We're talking Frozen. I'm sorry. I love Eminem to death, but I can't be in this mindset right now. What game did I play before Counter-Strike? No, I started with Counter-Strike, but that was 26 years ago. So 26 years ago, it wasn't that crazy to and Eminem smoke short from CT though. Yo, Baron, thank you very much for the prime. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you. Much love for Baron in the chat. Yeah, I started Counter-Strike when I was 9 years old. That was 26 years ago, and inverted was actually much more common than it was now. Oh, thank you, Nightbot, then. Thank you, Nightbot. Frozen is eating good. Well, it's actually weird to end up in a 2v2 in a situation like that. I don't even know what Faze are doing. How did we ever get down to a 2 versus 2 with AKs and USPs, guys? Come on. Counter-Strike Source was my first game for 2007. You were born in 97, that's what you mean? Oh no, that looks like a cool flash. I started on October 23 with Counter-Strike and shooter games in general. I don't understand why I haven't started earlier with Counter-Strike. Well, Nemesis, welcome in any way, even if it's a little late. That flash interests me because this feels like a very intuitive way to do it. In front of the box, boom, center of the box, and under the what you would call that, the log. That seems very intuitive. This was very, very, very brave from TMD. Frozen disappeared in this clutch. He disappeared. Frozen flash is not my flash. I'll use it too. Frozen disappeared here, and I'm a bit surprised that that wasn't an option considered by Syrah here. Well, what am I doing right now, Bagat? I'm streaming, spending time with my family. I'm playing football. That's about it. He thought he disappeared in the smoke. Yeah, so that's like Frozen's movement in the clutch was extremely clever. It was very smooth. What? Oh, that was the first bullet flash kill. Yeah, all right. He saw him. You know what I mean? Like this, the fact that he saw him didn't make a difference. He had this crosser placement. He had decided it. Yeah, it was. Let's just say luck was involved. Luck was involved. So now you see the difference between Jcobbb'S overpass start on the CT side and Frozen. As Frozen already has five eco kills. Frozen has 5 eco kills already. Y no te voy a negar. Well, I am a skin guy. I just don't have the finances to be a skin guy, you know? I have the interest, not the money. Yeah, now Hop in Armor, they do. Maniac, shut the fuck. We know you had some nice shit back in the days. I had like, you know what I had? Real talk. What I had was one Karambit that was offered to me by a viewer, and I had gloves that I unboxed or something. That's it. And then I had the Fade, which I think the Glock Fade I bought probably at the very beginning of CSGO when the skins started happening. That was it. Like I was never, my inventory was never a stacked inventory, never. Will you be watching the games live today? Um, yes, but I won't be streaming them. I'll be watching them. Your whole inventory is gifted. Nice. Nice. Frozen didn't have much to do this round. Alright, let's go now. Nico used the 661 case hardened 1.5 million AK. Okay. Nice. Anybody in the chat that has too many very fancy and expensive skins that I want to give them, you know, I'll take them. I'll take them off you back. I'll lighten up the inventory. Did you ever borrow skins for pro matches? No, I never. I don't even have my trade thingy, yeah. That's right. How do I even do that? Give me a second. Oh, I have to log in as well. Ugh. I don't even know how I find my trade thingy. See, I'm not really about taking stuff from my viewers. Inventory. Trade offers. No, that's not that. Trade offers. New trade offer. Who can send me trade offer? I don't even know where to find my trade link. That's funny. You guys know how to find your trade link? Dans le Ferrari vert. Ah, trade URL. I think I got it. You can share this unique URL with other Steam users to allow them to send you a trade offer even if they are not on your friends list. That's the one. That sounds like the one. That's the one. Third-party sites. That sounds like it. I think that's the one. Hook me up as well. Will you add it? Yeah, everybody get on that train. All right, back to Frozen, and then after that we'll watch map 3. For now, what we've seen from Frozen is one sick pistol round, and then a good double kill on B with the clutch. That's the one, sending the AVP Safari mesh. Dans le Ferrari vert, elle est tombée du ciel. So late B split, and this is a checkmate from Faze. Like, Kerrigan here is in Ecstatic's head. The fact that you have your closest defender to mid being actually CT spawn behind the smokes, and you have 3 players committed to A, like Christo is alone, and my man is about to get absolutely destroyed. The call is just a winning call. How many languages can you speak? 3 fluently. Oh, I like this song too. I have not seen crazy things out of Frozen quite yet. Salut Maniac, on a travaillé ensemble à l'époque de Warmaker. Ah bah ça remonte alors, Sam Goku. Bonne chance pour la suite de tes projets. Bah merci beaucoup, merci d'être passé sur le chat, ça fait plaisir. Warmaker, ouais, je me souviens de ça. Bravo. Fuck, I was gonna buy a Maniac sticker and I forgot about the trade ban. Oh, you're nice. It's okay. It's the thought that counts. I Frozen, do something, bro. Like, do you think Vitality will fall apart this year? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. When I heard her say. Might have to get one and put it upside down for the culture. There you go. I see what you're doing. Seems like a huge drop off they already have taken. I know they cannot reach a win finals every time, but seems like there's a lot more frustrating in a team now. Well, ben écoute, Yella, c'est aussi parce que j'ai travaillé à la caméra pendant longtemps. Hein. Ça a aidé. Hein. Yo, if we're just gonna talk about Vitality for half a second here, I can pause the game for a minute and just give you my opinion. Look, sure, compared to what they have done in Q1 and Q2, then yes, that's a fall off. But you gotta realize like the starting point was anyway unsustainable. Like even winning 7 trophies in a row is already logic defying. So now we're talking about Vitality as though they had completely disappeared when they've gone what 3 semifinals back to back. You know, so it is a drop off. It is a drop off, and I'm sure they're struggling with it, and I'm sure that they themselves are struggling to figure out what is genuinely the difference between how they're playing now and how they used to be playing when they won everything. But I believe, and I hope that these results aren't enough to really just shake the team to the point of them dissolving. I can't imagine that happening at all. Like, of course, you are a step below what you were used to do. That's true, and no one is going to argue that. But hey, come on now, come on. Now, if we're looking at 2 group stage exit back to back, I might have a different opinion. But no, but okay, guys, you got to realize there's something you have to realize when you see if you see Vitality winning. You look at it when Vitality were winning in early 25. Okay, you think about Vitality winning in 2025. You see how they were playing, and now you're watching them play against the Mongols. Okay, we exaggerate the difference between one and the other. We exaggerate it. Genuinely speaking, like differences are in freaking like 1 to 5% type scenario. But at the highest level, it's sufficient between winning and losing. Like how many crazy grand finals have Vitality won? It's not like they won 3-0 all the time, destroying everybody. Remember the games they had against Falcons? They had the incredible comeback in Melbourne on Nuke. Now, when we look back at a team that was winning, we always pretend like they were never losing any round and they were just destroying everybody all the time. And then they start losing, and we're like, oh my god, the drop off is insane. They can't play Counter Strike anymore. It's like, no, we're exaggerating. We are overestimating how they were winning when they were winning. Sorry, we are overestimating how they were playing when they were winning, and we are underestimating how they're playing now that they're losing. We go both ways. As a leader, we go both as a community, we go both ways, and we're wrong on each account. We overestimate how they were playing when they were winning, and we underestimate how they're playing now that they're losing. Like that's just a fact. So the one game that I really thought was concerning when he came to Vitality's level was the third place decider versus Falcons. Genuinely, it is the one game that made me feel like, ooh, now we are really starting to see mistakes that weren't happening before, impatience, disconnected players. Like this is the one game, the two and third map, the second and third map versus Falcons. I thought, oh shit, like this is now this is worrying me. But before that, it wasn't the case at all. I mean, they lost to Mongols. Mongols' level was fucking insane. Like I couldn't even be mad. Watched. True, I would like to amend my statement. The Mirage game they lost to Mongols, and I can't remember now if this was the previous event or the one before, but I know I did it on stream. there was a Mirage game they lose to Mongols where Vitality really fuck up. Like they really did fuck up. Like that Mirage game, a Mirage game was never supposed to be lost. It was just never. No, it wasn't Austin. It wasn't Austin. They won Austin. No, it wasn't. It was after that. It was a game that Vitality actually lost to Mongols, really. And this was the game where Mongols went on to win Inferno after that, and they were destroying them on Inferno. And that one I had no problem. I just said, you know what, Mongols are playing perfectly right now. But in that best of 3, that Mirage game should have been Vitality. And they messed up 5v3s and 4v2s, and they really lost a whole lot of favorable situations, which was really unfortunate to watch. Maybe Blast Bounty, like that sounds right. But the last best of 3 against Mongols, like I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad. Like Zywoo was a very clear step under or below what he's used to. Flames is still struggling with consistency in the second part of the season. Yeah, EWC, I wasn't even mad about it. Like Mongols were just better. I swear, Mongols were just better. There was no reason for me to be mad about it. But the Falcons game is a little different. The Falcons game, that one left me with a weird aftertaste. Yeah, that game was beautiful, and Mongols were deserving. They were absolutely deserving. When the French teams lose and Mania gets angry, yeah, that's part of the charm, isn't it? Ooh, that's a good timing from Frozen, and it's naive from the CT side. Okay, so now this is interesting. How do Faze genuinely win a 3v4? Such a 3v4. Now, let's see. Yeah, Knavon, that must have been complicated. But I'm not talking to you because Copenhagen beat FC Basel yesterday, and I'm still mad about it. Yo, what are you doing, Ecstatic? Why do you allow them to 1v1s like that? Oh, that flash. Okay, well now that's okay. Well, that flash was from Rookie was really well inspired. I will say. I don't think they saw it coming at all. And are they gonna save? Oh, what a shitty game so far. Yeah, no, FCK played well. Honestly, I don't think Basel deserves to lose 2-0, but they not aggressive enough, not dangerous enough for the ball. Two genuine interesting strikes. The rest was. Imagine being Alitzer and Webalto, thank you much for the follow. Well, I don't know for you, Chad, but for now, Frozen has 12-1, and I haven't really seen anything that was blowing my mind. The pistol round was the best thing I've seen. Do you photo NLA? Or you two French? You mean in Switzerland? Do you mean Switzerland, Baron? NLA like Nacional? Yeah, a little bit, but from a distance. My brother is hugely involved in like HC Ajwa. Frozen is such a sprayer. That works, huh? Like Nut is caught off guard. And yo, you're in the middle of nowhere. That was good spray control though. I will say this is good spray control. Wow, this game feels easy for FaZe. You saw him. Okay, now Syrah, now that kill from Syrah is a yellow card. You cannot die on the CT side prior to your smoke actually landing. Now you cannot die to this. This duel is unnecessary. This duel is unnecessary. Now you can see that they're getting a little frazzled. Yeah, he went back for the peak too soon. Like you have no business taking that duel. The T is only looking at one direction or looking in one direction. I don't really think you benefit from taking that duel at all. Look at how easy the rounds are. I don't really have much to say. Every time I start a round, there's like 2 people died in the first 10 seconds. Okay, finally a good round. Delayed long take, A split. That's genuinely, hey, Tosi, I swear to God, this looks like a Faze Premier game. Finally someone puts him down. Excellent trade from Brokey here. I should move to EU and learn some shit. What do you want to learn? I'm telling you, brother, hire me. Let's go. Give me like an hour per week for a month and we see where we go. What is 30? What is 30? I don't understand the question. No, the hour is 50 the hour. Hey, the 30 is for like demo review on my own time. The 30 is demo review on my own time. Because I do that too. I know some people don't have the same like finances and resources. Well, you can have a look there. Happy ending now. And that would be a different price. God damn. I'll do that for $30. Got some pride. Siempre que tú me ves, no como conviente. Hey, hopping around. I genuinely feel like this isn't. I don't feel like this is an exaggerated price. Considering my pedigree and the general landscape of coach out there, I thought, you know, this is decent. Yeah, maybe I could push it, but that's not even my goal to. But I didn't think it was incredibly expensive. I mean, if you do 200 a month and you do a session a week, I think this is feel like it's acceptable. But I haven't really done a good job at promoting it. I should promote it a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to push it a little bit with Twitter, because genuinely, in a world in which I have enough clients, that could be a living, you know, that could be a living, until I find something different, you know. But that could be a living, and I would really love that. I mean, I already have clients now. I have returning clients now, and I'm having an incredibly good time. I'm really having a good time working with people. Hours just pass like this. Yeah, I have that. I already have that. If people buy 5 sessions, no, if they buy 5 sessions, they pay for 4. So if you buy 4 sessions, you get 5. It's like a 20% off. Desk job at the major, I would be incredibly surprised if Star Series come to me for the major. Star Letter, sorry. Star Series was the event. I'd be profoundly surprised. I did message them for their Budapest event. A cubicle job? I wouldn't be even against that, brother. Ah, I see. Yo, I just saw you follow, brother. I follow you. Boom. Will you go to Budapest? Oh, you mean as an analyst? I don't think so. And I messaged them. I haven't heard anything. And I'm not gonna go there as a viewer, you know. I mean, I'm not even kidding. All I've seen from you is when you would look up your games. Oh yeah, well yeah. If you're in NA, If you are in NA, then we usually probably pass each other like ships in the night when I'm streaming and all. Well, I lived in Chicago for a while. Then my time would have been, and now I've been here for the summer. Oh. We should start a campaign to get Maniac there. Go ahead, do it. The community has more power than we might think. Yeah, I don't have a YouTube. I thought I could probably just upload my VODs, like my VODs. That's it. Okay, so we're gonna get to map 3 because this was more relaxed from an analytical perspective. Let's get into it now again. This was fun. Okay, Frozen killing everybody. La la la. Now we're gonna put our hat and get focused a little bit. Be right back. I'll write a Reddit post. I'm gonna say that in the tone of like in a secondary type, but the truth is, yes, the community has the power to get me back to an extent. Do you realize you are Austin CS times 1000? I don't really know. Like, I'm not extremely familiar with his work, so I don't really I don't really know. But yeah, no, joke aside, like the community making noise and waves to get me back is something that would obviously impact chances. You know, that's just as simple as that. We're not gonna deny the impact of the community, and the problem is usually people who have a negative point of view are genuinely louder. Let's go. Yeah, Baron, it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. The only issue is that toxic and negative people are usually louder, in my experience. But yeah, but I should probably just, like, if I had a YouTube, I would probably just like straight upload what I do on stream and that's it. Like I wouldn't do much more than that. Like I wouldn't do like super edited camera angle vibe like Mr. Beast. Like no, I would probably just upload the VODs. I don't have money right now on the stream. I have a family that I have to take care of, bills to pay. Like I don't have money to spend right now. I just don't have money to spend. That's as simple as it is. I mean, yeah, you just need someone to cut the video. I can. Oh no, once you don't have to apologize. I'm not pissed at you. I was just being honest. Hopping around will edit your vids for free. I can just learn how to do it myself. See, I understand. Okay, back to Inferno. Jacob now. The map he's never played. Oh, he's permaban. No. That was not inconsiderate on the stream. It was not. It was not inconsiderate. Will we see you on the desk anytime soon, Maniac? I don't know. I hope so. And make it happen if you want it as a community. Sounds about as honest as I can get. Oh, that was good. That was a clean swing. Okay, so that's a good example. Guys, that's exactly what we were discussing. Look. This is the example of what we were discussing on Overpass. I'll show you. Double swing banana, okay? Watch out. Look at this. Flash pops. Now they're not lined up. You know what I mean? Like this is the counter example to what we discussed on Overpass. Now, this is what you would like to see. First angle, close to the wall, white swing. Second angle, halfway through, so you can never get it. We can watch how it looks like on the T side perspective, and you'll get a sense for it. Oh, I didn't even see that. Could actually have died early on. But look, when the swing comes in, first of all, he's gonna get flashed to help. Look, here comes the flash. He avoids it. Turns around. There you go. Pause at the wrong time. Start again. I paused at the literal wrong time. I'll do better. Here comes the flash. Turn around. Now, you see how they're positioned? You don't get a. Well, first of all, you're not gonna get a collateral to the clock. But in any case, you have to make a choice. Like you have two players who are genuinely out of sync voluntarily, and this is how you swing. This is how you take a double kill. That is exactly what we were talking about. What flash was used? I can show you that. There you go. Yeah, the answer to your question, brother. Zip. On top of this little pipe. Yes, from coffins, yeah. Oh, actually, no. He changes his mind, actually. He changed his mind. He changed his mind again. That's the one. Oh, hop. Double flash. Nino9, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, this flash is for the half wall. Yes, it's not for. It's not a top car flash. It's a half wall flash. Yeah. Ooh. You see, I'm gonna go back a little bit. The info play from Rain, how this makes sure that Frozen is gonna stay as a third. You even have Brokey's reaction. Brokey cannot rotate loud, so you have to be careful. What do you mean for CS2? I think more players are going for third than 16 to 9. I think Bolda. But for as long as Rain is alive, this round is over. And Rain cannot die. I don't even know why he went for the swing, but as long as he stays alive, the round is over. Ooh. Okay, double kill for Jacob. We're here for it. Well, there were only 4. Okay, let's rewind this. Let's rewind this pistol round quickly. What is unfortunate? What is unfortunate for Ecstatic here is that when they decide to group up and go back to banana is exactly when 2 Faze players go for risky info play, and that info play from Rain, like that's it. Now it's over. Like the round is over now. For as long as Faze do not fuck up, the round is over right now, because Brokey cleared all of this, and Rain just now has full second mid access. So it's like it's Occam's razor, like it's Occam's razor. You know they're going B. The only thing that could go wrong was if Brokey got a little. If you ask me, I don't think Brokey needed to peek that, because this is the only way Faze can lose this round. If now Brokey had been killed by a PT50 who was in T ramp, then they could have just triggered a full reaction, and suddenly you're playing an A side that's empty. But as long as Brokey nor Rain die, we're good. The round is over. The round is over. There's nothing that they can do about it. And this, personally, and I say that humbly, I don't think Rain should have taken that peek. I think Rain has more to lose than to gain from peeking banana now. It's way too soon. It's way too soon. Imagine now had TMB killed him instead of 9 HP. Imagine TMB killed him instead of leaving him on 9 HP. We would have seen this whole bunch just run back to A as fast as they possibly can, and they would have maybe not beaten Brokey the timing. I think Brokey would have had the timing, but these would have been completely out the play. I mean, I don't care what he was doing. You don't need to peek that. In fact, you peeking is the only thing that can make this round go wrong. Because otherwise, positionally, you've won. So where is Jacob playing? Where have they put him? Long? Okay, that is a pretty technical position to play long on Inferno if this was your permaban. That is a technical decision, huh? Mm-hmm. Hmm. I don't... Do I think he's responsible there? It's tough to say. I think the execute and the scaling from Ecstatic is really strong. I don't know if I can really fault him. Oh yeah, this is so fast. It is that scaling is so fast and straight for Jcobbb'S face. It's like, oh, what could he have really done differently? Because they smoke mini pit, so he cannot stay there. He hears the smoke, so he crosses the smoke immediately, and then he gets onto site. Scaling, c'est la vitesse à laquelle tu avances pour prendre une position, tu vois. C'est la vitesse à laquelle tu passes de vodka à BP. La vitesse à laquelle tu passes de banane, enfin de piscine à BP, tu vois. Scaling, c'est prendre l'espace. I don't really know what he could have done differently. He avoids the flash, and by the time he turns around, he's already dead. Genuinely, I don't want to try and make excuses for Jacob, but in this very specific situation, man, I'm not sure I can hold it against him. I'm not sure that would be fair. Do it in Polish. First of all, I'm not a Jukebox, and I do not speak Polish. Dasky Band, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Well, hopping around, it would be silly of me not to give it a go, right? Because I have my VODs are stored on Twitch. They're already there, so the content is already here. It would be silly. It would be silly not to use them for something additional, right? To have added value to what I'm doing. You know, I'm gonna wait. I think I have something this afternoon. I can do that this afternoon. There you go. I'll figure it out this afternoon. Time to. No, my soccer game is tomorrow, but I have a pulled hamstring, so I think I'm gonna have to pass on that, which pisses me off to the max. Shannon CSGO, thank you very much for the follows. Thank you for all the follows, guys. There's a lot of follows today. What? And now I have to say football because I'm in Europe right now. Okay, great trade. Chasing him. He knows about Sierra. I don't think he can take that peak, though. By the way, how is B-hopping doing on CS2 updates? Well, yeah, you got your answer. To bunny hop, you have to limit your FPS to 60. Oh, yeah? Really? Is that a thing? I didn't know that. I did not know that. At all. I learned something. Well, that's a full eco round, so what you gonna do with your MP9, little brother? You are going to do nothing. I wasn't aware of that at all. Well, there wasn't much to be discussed about Jacob in the last 2 rounds. Getting a kill, saving the AK. That's a financial play value. Okay. Limit to 60 with D-sub tick CFG and you get 100% B up. You don't say. That sounds a little stupid. Okay, so what is Jacob doing now? Why is he staying here? He's staying here because he's waiting on Frozen's information to know whether or not he has to go B. I don't like the sound of 64 FPS. Yeah, you stay here for a few seconds in case your B offensive player already gives you like triple nade information, triple Molotov information, so you can already be in ready to help. If that's not the case, which right now they've been pretty uh, passive down banana, they're only taking it now, so that's why he went back to A. Well, sometimes on overpass you'll do it. I think this is kind of the equivalent of being heaven on overpass. It's like you're a few steps away from A. That's it is the CT spawn of Dust 2. It is the heaven of overpass, where these are positions where you can technically quickly be on one bomb side or the other. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, this could have gone really bad. Did you see how this could have been absolutely catastrophic? And it was already a collab, if I'm not wrong. Like Brokey and Jacob did not understand each other at all. Brokey wanted to peek with his back against the wall, and no, that's tough. Salut, je recommence à me réintéresser à la scène depuis 4-5 mois. Je regarde pas mal tes contenus, je kiffe car j'avais stoppé à l'arrivée de CS2 et j'ai loupé plein de trucs. Ben écoute, ça me fait plaisir, Shifu, régale-toi. Hein. Yeah, this is peak desync. This is peak desync. But okay, so this type of fail is typically something you see when you have a new younger player getting into a lineup who doesn't exactly know the habits and the protocols of his teammates quite yet. I guarantee you, we're not going to see that happen in like a month. In a month, this never happens again. This is more of a, I don't exactly know how you like to peak long. You don't exactly know how I like to be. But this could have been an absolute dramatic collapse. Yeah, exactly. You just have to discuss it. Like, listen, when we peak from long, this is how I like to do it. When we peak there, this is the angle I like to hold. And these are plans that you agree upon prior to the game, and worst case scenario that you have to discuss live. No, I will say, chat. Personally, I have never ever been a fan of the 2-2 setup. I don't like it. I do not like it. I don't like the 2-2 setup. I feel like you are putting yourself at a theoretical disadvantage no matter where you are. Because here is a 4 versus 2. And if they had gone banana, this would have been a 4 versus 2 here as well. I've never really liked that. It might very well work. And in fact, Rain is doing his best impression. And this is a good example why I'm not a big fan of it. Is that here, I was going to say they did their job. Rain did the job. Kerrigan died first. But Rain gets a double kill, so you have a 2 for 2. And you still find yourself in a complicated clutch to retake. Like, 2 for 2 retake CT side is not CT side favored. So in spite of Rain doing a really good job, it's still a hard clutch to win. Yeah, exactly. I feel like staying 2-2 in a 4v4 situation puts so much pressure on the first line of defense to make the difference. You almost have to have a favorable trade in order to win the clutch. I might be wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, this is ecstatic. This is static round to win. See? Is he sticking it? No. He played the time well. I've never been a fan of it. Like the only time I can imagine and I can justify a 2-2 setup like that with 4 alive is when you consider that you have such an advantage in terms of weaponry that everybody is in a position to multi-kill. Let's say a full eco round or P250 Kevlar or whatever, and you say, you know what, we're good. Like, we all have positions where we can multi, we can handle it. That's the only situation I'm open to the conversation. That's it. Beyond that, I think you're really just setting yourself up for failure. Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. He went in dry. No flash. I think this is probably part of the reason why Kerrigan doesn't expect that. It is pretty rare. It is pretty rare to swing half full without a flash. He just uses the Molotov and he's... I don't think Kerrigan was actually ready. Does Elish go to Passion UA? Any idea where he goes, Maniac? I don't know where Elish is going. I do not know where Elish is going. I do think, however, if I open up HLTV on my little phone, let's just have a quick lookaroo at the teams right now. From a purely Counter-Strike perspective. From a purely Counter-Strike perspective, I think Elish would improve G2. I mean, I'm realizing we're going down the list really quickly. I'm just realizing we're going down the list pretty quickly. Like, I think Navi is a... I think Elish to Navi, whether or not it's a good move, would be an amazing podcast, like, title, like, conversation, you know? Like, this would... I feel like this would be a good title for conversation. The BO, then, I mean, I feel like Liquid... No, he's not gonna go in Liquid right now. I mean, I feel like he's gonna have to take a step back. A step back as in terms of rankings. That's what I mean. I'm not saying step back out. I don't want him to stop playing. I don't really know. I don't really know where to send Elish right now in a top team. Genuinely. But that's what I mean, like NIP. Just Vitality, no. Mouse, no. Falcons, no. Furia doesn't make sense either. What would I do if I was Elish? That's a tough question. You have Gamer Legion if you're ready to, again, take a mini step back. But even then, it's actually not that easy of a situation to be in. Yeah, but okay, I'm not saying Passion UA is a bad team to join, but like, talk about a step back, you know. Tu penses quoi du nouveau projet NBK, Wazink et Joko? Ah, je savais même pas que c'était en train d'arriver ça. Evita, ils ont une académie, il y a une line-up déjà qui est sortie? I mean, eh. Okay, chat. You guys are giving me Passion UA, and like, obviously all of these teams would benefit from Elise joining them. The point I was trying to figure out is there a team that could be an actual win-win for Elise? I don't think that's the case. Elise to big clan outfit. I feel like Elise will be in a losing situation. I don't see a world in which he gets even neutral in the setup, in the change. I don't see it. Yeah, it would be a step back. Like, he's gonna have to take a step back. Mouse, I don't think so. And in Navi, it would clash with Ime so much in terms of like profiles or space in the game. I don't know how much Navi believe in Ime right now. Pain is full on Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken. And I know Elige might have some bases, but I don't know if he's like gaming proficient. But yeah, in Navi it would be for Ime. That's what would make the most sense in my eyes. And I don't know why. I'm not sure Navi would want to go through that. Ooh, that was a good adjustment. I don't mind. I do not mind that Jacob repeaks after his first duel. I just don't think... I think this is where you start to see the limitations of his experience on Inferno. I just think the angle he goes in for is a really poor jiggle. Like you're basically putting yourself at risk to someone who'd be in the left corner, and you get wrecked through the wall like that. I'm not a big fan of the angle. I don't have a problem with the swing. I just don't think the angle of the swing is good. Yes, I think he should have gone wider. If you want to go wider. Like this is the half peak here is incredibly unfavorable. I think he would have been better off going wider. Yeah, well, I'm thinking, you know, he's committed to the position. He gets flashed, gets a kill. In my mind, Jacob is taking that swing because he's expecting the rest of the tees to be closer. That's what I think. He could have fallen back. He could have fallen back, but he may have expected them to be way closer, and he wanted to be able to blindside them, you know? The whole fight, the whole battle, the whole challenge of lane here is to be able to swing on tees who are about to swing, willing to clear pit. Okay? You know what I mean? Like what you want when you're lane is you want to be able to swing people who are looking at pit or balcony, and so that their crosser placement is off. This is your challenge. This is your perfect situation. You swing lane and you fight people who are about to swing balconies, pit, and so their crosser placement is off, and you blindside them. That's what you're trying to do. And I think this is what Jacob wanted to do. He was hoping to catch more players who were about to swing looking frontward, and that wasn't the case. But in this situation, yes, he could have fallen back. He probably should have fallen back. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I agree. It wasn't necessary to give away the numbers advantage like that. I didn't realize this whole time that TMB had actually made his way to CT spawn. Yeah, exactly. Hopping around. That's. If I'm trying to be empathetic and putting myself in Jacob's shoes, he probably anticipated the tees to be closer to the angle and closer to the wall, ready to swing. And if he is right in his assumption, then he can probably grab another kill. If he is wrong, he gives away his life. Phoenix, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Well, listen, just because you haven't played professional doesn't mean you can't imagine what was going on through people's mind when they make a move, right? So this is a top banana flash retake. Oh no. He didn't deserve that one. I don't think he deserved that. I don't think he deserved to die like that. Bro. Okay. People, we have to realize here. In his mind, Anlele was fighting Frozen, okay? Like, let's be clear. Anlele, there's 3S. He was fighting Frozen, okay? You see, he swings. He sees Frozen. Pop, 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 pop. Goes back behind the wall. Like, okay, listen, Frozen. It's you and me now, baby. I'm coming for you. Swings. He one-taps Jacob. Yeah, I realize there's a triple L, which is annoying as fuck. I swear to God, like, do you know who Jacob is? Do you know who Jacob is in this situation? It's when you're at a party and like two assholes starts fighting next to you, and they start throwing fists around, and you're just sitting here having a good time, and then suddenly you just get an uppercut to the face because the guy next to you just ducked. That's exactly what Jacob is right now. He was just enjoying his grand old time, trying to come and help Banana, and then he just get immediate, just right hook to the face. He didn't ask for anything. He barely arrived to the party. Jesus Christ. Now I feel for him. But that death, I can't really. Yeah, it's exactly how it looks like. You still streaming, by the way? Oh no, I thought you weren't. I thought you were asking me for a second. I was like, what kind of question is that? So nice to see as a day in Ecstatic at Blast. Yeah, and they did not look stupid at all. Ooh. Now this is some. Ooh, okay. I was gonna say this is some premium brokey right now. This is premium brokey to change his position, proactively look for the first kill, and then flick around left and right. This is premium brokey. You see how he goes seeking for the fight. He catches not completely unaware. Then cool little flick to the right side. This is premium brokey. Because that kill is not easy at all. It's a quick adjustment. Both these kills are quick adjustment. Both kills are flicks and adjustment, counter strafe. This is premium brokey. So many banana skirmishes between these two teams. Like I've seen and Frozen square up so many times. Okay, now we get to see what Brokey and Jacob are made of. Let's see if they're the last time these two synergized to fight, Jacob blocked Brokey and both of them almost died. Yeah. They work off of each other, they blow the smoke open for each other. The timing isn't right, so they can't convert it into a kill. And now you brother, you have to move. They stay committed to it. Yeah, I was gonna say now he has to move. Is he gonna cross that smoke? Did he block himself? I have the feeling he wanted to go out of that library faster. I feel like he wanted to go out of library faster, and I think he probably got himself stuck in the doorway. Because the logic of right-clicking the flash like that is so that you can use it immediately. I imagine he probably got himself stuck somewhere. I like Brokey, but I don't know if Simple would have performed better in the lineup. And we can't really say, you know, these are the what-ifs. The what-ifs are hard to quantify. I think Faze probably figured out that Brokey with a tad more motivation and a little bit of a wake-up call could deliver what they needed. I can only imagine this was the thought process. Well, the problem is if you snipe from library instead of home site, you can very, very easily be segregated from the fight. You know? You can get smoked into library, you can get smoked into mini pit, and you get disconnected really quickly from the rest of the defense, so most snipers decide to cross that and get to site. Well, library isn't only really good when you think that long is going to be the main like pathway. If you really think they're gonna triple long or something like that, then from library, this is where you can get the most kills. But other than that, I'm not a big fan of the position either. Dans la ville, je vends le cannabis, on ne le sait pas. Mm-hmm. But there rarely isn't a smoke, right? There rarely isn't a smoke. That's right, because that's how I feel like. There, I can already tell you something just from watching the last 10 seconds of Jacob. I can already tell you he doesn't understand how much danger he is from apps. Like the amount of time he's offering his flank to apps is stressing me. Well, the thing is, if you're going to play, if you're going to play in this position for Jacob, then you have to really be disciplined about the mini jiggle you do for long and not offer your flash for hauls, not offer your flank for hauls, or you change position. Like you take a step back, you get into this little corner mini pit, and then you really just hold long. But you cannot be doing this sort of flick flack pendulum he's doing from one side to the other, because it would just have taken an unfortunate timing and he would have died. So in this case, you constrict yourself to mini jiggle to long, or you take a step back really, and then you play long fully committed without having your flank open to holes or short lane, whatever you call it. I feel like he was trying to do everything. I think he was trying to do everything. He was trying to jiggle long and at the same time take holes info, and this is the easiest way to die. But in this situation, it went well and went okay. I still feel like he could have died very easily. Anlel has been doing an incredible job, and I have to say. I really have to say. Across the placement. Yeah, he destroyed them. He destroyed them, and what really makes a difference is how clean he is in the first kill. Because he is so clean in the first kill that he has all the time in the world to adjust for the second swing. Now that first kill was a first bullet headshot. Okay, Maniac, I have a great stream. I'm super glad I found your stream. I'm gonna be back. Will you have yourself a good night? Thank you very much for being in the chat. You were an incredibly positive presence. I had a really good time talking with you. Get some sleep, and I'll see you around. Mm-hmm. Ooh, and he spots the last one. That could have been an ace. We'll give him the ace for this one. Yeah, as close as he gets from an ace. I agree with you, Ray. Anytime we've been watching him play, he's had some real impact. I mean, the scoreline also reflects it. But... Oh, I am in the Middle East right now. It's about to be noon for me. And I was talking to Hopping Around. He said he was piecing out, and I believe he's in NA, which means he's going to sleep. I know you're not going to sleep. But Hopping Around was saying goodbye, and I imagine he's in NA, and I imagine he's going to sleep. The only thing that bothers me a little bit in this move is that Kerrigan had already died. and rain is apps. So you are basically launching yourself into a solo move. You are launching yourself into the most solo all-in move there is. And you get one, and that's fine, but you get traded, and so you perpetuate the advantage for the T side. I wouldn't have been against that swing had Kerrigan still been alive, but since Kerrigan was dead before the swing, I don't really think there's many scenarios in which you go ahead a winner. Yeah, but if Kerrigan is alive, then you can at the very least, if Kerrigan is alive and Kerrigan is fighting, there are at least some chances that you can catch people offering their backs to you because they're focused on Kerrigan. So there is a degree of team play and synergy you can create from that. But if you swing a second or two before Kerrigan is dead, it's very likely people are going to be looking at you. Like the threat of Kerrigan swinging doesn't exist anymore. He's dead. C'est un streamer que je suivais à l'époque qui avait des mouvements de fou. Ah d'accord, bah écoute, c'est dans le pseudo aussi, hein, Hopping Around. Mais je connaissais pas moi du coup. Long was smoke. Yes, Long was smoked as well. I think Kerrigan probably tried to swing before the smoke bloomed in Long and died, and then Long was smoked. So you are exactly peaking where people are waiting to fight. All right, let's go. No sabía. Porque yo usted. Hey, that's what Counter-Strike is, huh? Counter-Strike is making decision based on what you think the opponent is perceiving and seeing. That's what Counter-Strike is. Alright. Rosen is gonna kill Christo. Oh, not even. There should be no way Faze lose this. There we go. There you go. Not much to say about Jacob in this pistol round. Great path, great trading, and very cleverly switched up his angle just a little bit at the end to grab the second kill. Yeah, that was clean. It wasn't phenomenal, but he did what he had to do. He followed the plan. Silent boost into boiler. That was a very violent mouse swing there. I wasn't ready for that. I mean, he must have had a heart attack. Well, I'm fairly certain Jacob got jump scared too. Like this is not a movement. This is not a like crosshair movement that casually happens. Not much to say here. He wanted to trade. He got wrecked immediately. Either that or he got really scared. Because these didn't seem like natural movements. Okay. Oh, the eco behind it. They're not starting a force by war. That's is unusual. It's unusual in Counter-Strike to see a team refuse the force by war. And then Faze just take the L here. Oh, map control, lose a player, go back to B execute. 4v5 B exec is an absolutely acceptable call. Well, David, yeah, I was a little bit surprised. Doing one eco, if you so there's a difference, David. There's a difference between planting the bomb in a pistol round, losing the pistol round, doing one eco, and then buying in third. But in this case, they won the pistol round. They got reset 1-1, and then I would say 80% of the teams right now would buy again, with on the off chance of resetting the economic cycle of their opponents again. So this one round for a team, the round for the other team, usually leads to another force by war, and it wasn't the case here. That's why I was surprised about. I would have expected to buy. The exec 4v2, absolutely winnable. Absolutely winnable. So now Jacob needs to do something. This is typically a situation where we need to see him try to get some duels because they're in a 2 versus 3. They run out of util after that smoke now. So in about 10 to 15 seconds, he's going to have to fight. Let's say 15. Did he kill the player he intended to kill? I don't think so. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Well, the smokes are the MVP of this round, but we also have to say Jacob did not kill the player he intended to kill. That's the feeling I had watching it in full speed. It's payback for the banana death. Yeah, maybe. Look, now he's aiming at his 2, and he kills Nut. Up. It's part of Counter-Strike. Yeah, I don't even know why it's not registered as a smoke kill. That's a bug. That's what you call a bullshit kill. That's what you call it. A bullshit kill. One tap goat. Absolutely part of the plan. Oh, he's about to get sandwiched like there's no tomorrow. Get the hell out of there. And I think the lack of smoke from Ecstatic to this crosswalk middle is probably what tipped them off. Because if you're Faze and no one is smoking top mid, you're probably thinking, why are they not smoking middle? Like, why do they want us to peek mid? Look, I'll get back to it, chat, so you can see what I mean. You see this setup that Ecstatic has right now? This very violent 2-2 pincer move. If I'm Kerrigan right now and I don't see a smoke mid, which is very it's extremely routine and it's usual to have a smoked up mid. If I'm Kerrigan, I'm probably wondering like, wait, why are they not smoking mid? Why do they want us to take a quick peek? Why are we not getting smoked? And that's the good read. You will see them back off really quickly because they realize like there is a squad waiting for them. There's a squad waiting for them. And good on Jacob to not take the peek, he would have died. No, this to me is just a like live analysis and good game sense. But you also see how quickly they pick up the pace towards the B side, and this is the follow-up of the whole, like, I think they're stacking A. And when you see how quickly they are going towards B, you understand what they were imagining was happening on A. In terms of timing, they were fine. I think in terms of timing, they were fine. They hit the B side when there was only 2 players. That's a completely okay situation. Oh yeah, by the way, I said I was going to try to do a better job at that. If you guys are just joining the stream, remember I do coaching. I offer coaching services to individuals, demo reviews, live coaching, one-to-one, and I'm having an extremely good time doing it. So if you're interested, hit up the link. This is the definition of a win-win for me. I make some money and I do something that I love. Absolute win-win. Don't plant the bomb on the fishies. They are really speeding up towards B. La galère. Et j'accélère. Where are the weapons? Ooh, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it is very fortunate for Faze that Christo was a low HP pistol player who actually took the risk of pushing apps. Because had there been an M4 here full HP, this line of sight would have been a very dangerous obstacle to pass. Now, Kerrigan is on his side, he calls back the rest of the boys, and Christo is not in a position to have any impact. He sees one, he's probably going to call for backup. Oh. Peace. Peace. Whoa! Now, I don't know if one of his teammates told him you've seen him, but this is some lizard view type stuff. Look, he sees him now, but this is in full speed. This is a really fast check, and he still comes back with a one tap. Wow. How did you manage to work with your timings to have an advantage over others? Well, I mean, experience comes into play. Communication, like the ability to process communication from your teammates, and it's hard to like consciously explain it. You get better and better and better at painting the right picture in your mind in what's happening in the round. The more you do it, the more you play it, you get better at sort of putting the pieces together. And then also repetition, you know, in Counter-Strike there are a lot of patterns that happen over and over and over again. And I'm not saying all the rounds are the same, that's not what I'm saying, but there are patterns that reproduce and replicate, and the more experience you have, the better you get at recognizing the patterns and at knowing how to be one step ahead of the pattern. So, but this is really truly about playing the game, thinking about the game, rewatching your demos, watching top players, getting more and more comfortable with, again, the patterns that you spot. Right, I'm gonna give you an example. On like how you can imagine experience works like in Counter-Strike. Experience in Counter-Strike is having as much as possible from your brain activity to be based on automatism and protocols and like intuitive reactions, right? This is what you want to do. When you play Counter-Strike, you have your mind as free as possible, because most of what you're doing is just based off of like automatic pathways and stuff that you've done a million times, right? Think about it as learning how to drive a car. All right? You sit your ass in a car, you figure out how this works. The first few hours, you have to genuinely think about, what am I pushing on? How do I brake? How do I change? Where's the clutch? How do I change gear? Wait, I'm getting in a roundabout. Where do I have to look left? Do I have to look in my rearview mirror? Like, the first few hours of driving a car is like consciously thinking about everything. And then the more you drive your car, the more most of these protocols become automatic. They become automatic. You don't have to think about them anymore. I get in my car, I drive, I get to a roundabout. I don't have to consciously tell myself, okay, Matthew, be careful. Remember, they're going to come from the left, so this is where I have to look now. Most of it I do almost on like on automatism. Again, is heuristics. And then because I'm free of doing that, then I'm capable of, if something happens, if a cat crosses the road or a kid tries to catch his ball on the road, because my mind is free, I'm capable of reacting live and I can brake immediately and swerve or whatever is needed. Counter-Strike is sort of the same. Counter-Strike is sort of the same. The more you play, the more effort you put into it, the more the bigger your database of automatic behaviors is, and then you can use them and you can free your brain, your mind, to think actively about certain situations and communicate, process the communication, make the right decisions, because most of your brain activity and your mind activity is just automatic. Does that make sense? I know it's a bit of a babble thingy, but that's really how I see it. That's really how I see it. Yeah, cross replacement is exactly that. And cross replacement is exactly that. You can't be walking around in Counter-Strike actively thinking all the time, oh, this is where I have to aim. You're going to miss everybody. But the more you get comfortable with the right cross replacement, the more automatic it is, the sharper you will be. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got a jump scare. I thought this was a CT for a second. Yes, that's true. You can definitely learn bad habits. You can unlearn it, sure, but you can definitely learn bad habits. Ray, I swear to God, I had the boiler PTSD when I saw this model come. Well, I'm fairly certain that in cognitive psychology, we do not talk about unlearning a bad habit. We talk about creating a new, healthier habit that you reinforce that will eventually take over. I think this is not how like cognitivists will look at the question. They won't tell you, okay, we're going to unlearn this habit. Exactly. We are going to strengthen a new one, healthier one that in due time will become more readily uh, easy to activate. Sorry, and I think this is how cognitive psychologists look at it. That's something that I studied a lot in my degree, but. Mm-hmm. But as for timings or making decisions up on the state of the round or having the calls from your teammates which rather mold than give calls is completely different. Yeah, of course it is different. These are like sort of higher degree processes, but you have to listen to case opening Alex. I didn't really see what happened at this round though. Oh, it was a banana fight that went Faze's way. Oh, they actually destroyed the banana. Okay. 2 kills banana. I'm surprised to see Faze not even going for it. They technically had a royal way for it. They didn't. Right, cool. A side is free. I I'm I'm I feel like I'm neutral about Jacob right now. You know what I mean? Based off this best of 3, I don't really have a reason to be like supremely excited and lose my shit over Jacob. I also don't think that he played extremely poorly. I think the T side of Overpass was so and so. And he's obviously not incredibly comfortable on Inferno. I think I would say I am nonplussed. It's like, it's not a bad start. It's not a bad start at all. But there's no real reason to be fantastically excited. he seems relatively sharp, like in terms of flicks and sensitivity and all of that. And we've seen him have some pretty sharp kills, pretty quick kills. So that's a plus. But I haven't really seen anything that got me feeling like, holy shit, this is incredible. Bit light on flashes here. Oh my god, that rotation from Faze is... I don't know how Faze managed to catch Ecstatic off guard in 2v3, but they did. Mini jiggle from Boki. Mini jiggle with the AVP looking to the right side, then actual peek. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think. I'm a little bit neutral about Jacob right now. I am not going to trash talk him, even though his stats were quote-unquote bad. Even though he had poor stats, I'm not going to trash talk him. But I don't have an incredible high-level degree of hype based on what I've seen here. It was nice meeting you and everyone in the chat. It's really nice to catch you live after catching you in person going to work now. Well, you enjoy your work, and hopefully I see you another time. Have a good day at work. Yeah, I'm not exactly supremely hyped for now. But we will be patient. We'll be patient. Oh, one streamer. I'll be streaming tomorrow same time, probably. You want to say hi? I think it's a shame Elish didn't work out. It is a shame. Also because I still think from a Counter-Strike perspective, he was their most reliable output. I mean, there's no other way to say it. On short term and probably mid-term, this is still a net loss for FaZe. I think. I humbly think this is a net loss for FaZe. On short term. Now, if Jacob turns out to be an unsuspected next donk, then I'll apologize and I'll be wrong about it. Ghost and Almeida, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome, guys. But on short term, at least when it comes to Counter-Strike, this is it's a trade that's a loss. That's a loss in terms of trade. It's a loss. Yeah. All right, no, that's not your fault, brother. That's just really unfair right now. This is just unfair. That death was just supremely unfair. Like triple bullet silencer through the smoke, and the third one is headshot. Ooh. Oh my god, he got... I have to salute utility work from Ecstatic here. How much? Do you see how much damage they did to Faze? Guys, look. I'll do it. Look at the nade damage. Oh my god. Wait, he replaced the leash. He replaced the leash to me. This round was basically won from the first 5 seconds. FaZe wanted to play fast banana, and Ecstatic decided to dump all their nades incredibly fast, and that was the right timing. Oh, that round was lost. That round was lost. Ooh, that's an entry kill. Then we haven't seen that for a while. He reacted to the call. He reacted to a teammate's call. Good. He reacted to a teammate's call saying someone couldn't be in boiler. He came back. That's the first entry I've really seen Jacob find on the T side. You're going in first as a low HP, that's the right thing to do, so your teammates can trade you with better HPs and they have a more favorable situation in clutches. That makes sense. He's going in, he's giving his life for the team. He had to do it. That's what he had to do, I think. If you were a betting man, where do you think Elige will go? It is a tough one. It is a tough one. We've tried to answer that question before, Match is on Fire, and I could not find a destination that would be a win-win for Elige and the team he is joining. I could not find that. I only entertain the idea of Navi, but it is a huge if. And probably would have to be for Ime. I think we have to give him some time and let Kerrigan put him in places where he can do impact. Oh yeah, no. Listen, I'm not Mr. Kurtap. I'm not sitting here saying that Jacob is a noob and whatever. No, absolutely not. I'm just giving you my honest opinion about what I'm seeing in this game. Cool. I'm relatively nonplussed right now, and I can feel the loss of Elige for the team. But I am not going to say, I'm not going to trash talk him or whatever. No, I know it's very early. Emo tier 1 teams are not doing great deals. We'll see how Jacob works out, but I think Senpais and G2 shouldn't happen. Well, let's be real, guys. Let's be real. I think Simple is just waiting for the moment G2 is gonna knock on the door. He's just like clutching his mouse and his keyboard right now. Because the more time passes, the more it makes sense for Simple to go to G2. What did you want to link, Kurtab? You got subbed by Netbot. What did you want to link? Ah, ma petite chérie. On a carré. Blanche qui scintille. He's had a few botched spray. Well, hold on a minute. By the way, so happy to see Counter-Strike dinosaurs like you still on the scene. Why would you give me such like a backhanded compliment? Why could you not just say, oh, it's nice to have some people of experience like you know? Why do I gotta be a dinosaur? I'm just kidding. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate having you on the chat. Man called me a dinosaur. Shit. I'm a dinosaur. I guess it depends on what dinosaur. Oh, I guess. So that's one of, it seems to be one of Faze's trademark move right now. Send Jacob with Frozen to fight half wall on Kerrigan's flash. Boom. What is my opinion on G2? As it is right now, I don't think they're gonna make anything better than a quarterfinal at an S-tier event. And even that is being a little, let's just say it's being hopeful. I worry about Senpais. I'm very concerned about Senpais. I do think if you're G2, you have to consider Simple. Because Matisse, I'm ready to give some time. Heavy God, I'm a big fan of. Malbs is still... I'm actually not sure. So, just to try and explain to you guys my feeling about G2, or about Malbs specifically. I think that Malbs, as an anchor, was delivering way more than what his role was asking of him, which is extremely good. I think when he was an anchor in G2, he had a spectacular output considering his positions. But now that you're a star roles, quote unquote, I am not exactly sure that Malbs has got the shoulders to be a mega carry. That's the genuine thought that I have about Malbs. I think he was a supremely strong anchor, but as in star roles and rotations and stuff like that, I'm not exactly sure he can deliver what's asked of him. Heavy God, big fan of him. Hunter, I trust in him being capable of being a leader. I do. Mattis will give him some time. Sampayas, I think if you're G2, you have to consider Simple. If you're as G2, you have to consider Simple. Now I don't know all the contractual shit behind and all. I'm just talking purely in Counter Strike terms here. But it would be silly of G2 not to consider simple. Jacob has had a few botch sprays this entire series. Like, we have to say it. Maybe a little bit of nerves. It's very likely a little bit of nerves. I've seen him botch a few sprays. He's not as clean and precise as when he's spraying, specifically when he's spraying. With pistols in hand, I've seen him be relatively proficient, but when he's spraying, I've seen some pretty botched sprays, so I hope it is just a bit of pressure and that's it. Which could absolutely be. Yeah, of course. He could just be nervous, absolutely, and I'm just calling what I see. I'm not having like a judgment behind it. I'm not saying get this noob out of the server. No. I'm just saying I see some nerves. And now the B side is about to be hit, and he's not there with them, so the read from Kerrigan is suboptimal, but it might just work anyway. Ooh, team kill, that helps. Okay, well, my friends, coming to the end of it. Dust 2, because this demo was a bit more about Jacob and Faze, or Jacob in Faze. Dust 2, we won't even talk about it. This was just a fun demo to watch, seeing Frozen run over people. Everything was it. This looked like a luxury premium game. So Dust 2, I don't really care. The CT side of Overpass for Jacob, I think, was very, very correct and decent. I don't think he got the credit he deserved for that CT side. The T side, a couple of trading opportunities that he missed seemed a little off on the T side, I will say. Inferno, there's some work to be done. I think the T side was better than the CT side. On the CT side, he's definitely got a little bit of experience to gain. We've seen him take duels that he shouldn't have taken. So overall, I don't think there is cause for concern or alarm quite yet. We are far from Elisia's level. We are far from Elisia's level. But this was, I imagine, to be expected. I did not think I was going to load the demo looking at someone who was better than Elige. We are far from Elige's level. Obviously, the premise is that we can go, if not further high, if not higher, then at least to a similar level, and that Faze can be more functional as a team. That's what they're hoping for. That's what motivated reason to transfer, right? So there is no alert or alarm quite yet. I'm relatively nonplussed. The CT side of Overpass was the most convincing that I've seen from him. We'll have to just simply watch more. That's it. I'm not gonna sit here and give you like an ultra definitive conclusion after watching him one game. We are learning. We're getting to know this new player. This is all fine. I think this is an acceptable showing for a first time at this level. It's nothing to be. We're not gonna throw him a parade, but fair enough. And this concludes my 3 hour window, which is usually my it's a good time in terms of streaming. 3 hours is fine. And Blast is starting in 6 minutes. Probably the stream is already running, I imagine. Are you gonna somehow come back to Blast cast or never anymore? I would like to. I don't know whether it's gonna happen. I'd like to work desks again, for sure. I'll do everything that I can to make that happen, but eventually, essentially, it's not just going to be just my decision. Well, anytime someone is sending me supportive messages, just as you, I will always thank you for that. I thank you. It feels very good to hear like supporting words. Now the next step is you want me back, then make some noise. Like this as simple as it is. Like it's not really physics, right? It's not quantum physics. Like the community, if the community wants me back, the community has to make noise about it. Whether it's Reddit, HLTV, Twitter, whatever. Like no TO is going to make the decision of hire me right now if they don't feel like this is something the community wants in general. Like I'm not going to convince everybody, I know that. But if no TO is going to hire me if they don't believe the community in the general sense wants me to be back. That's as simple as it is currently. So there you go. You guys have the power. All I can do is put myself out there, talk, answer questions, speak, talk Counter Strike, show my passion. That's what I'm doing right now. All right, bros. Tomorrow, same place, same time. I think I'll do what I did today, which is we'll see what games or how the games go down today, and then we will choose one of the games from today to review tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time, probably about 9 a.m. CET. I'll leave you guys in the very capable hands of the Blast stream. Thank you once again for all the chat